What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another season review. Haven't done one of these since last year. I reviewed the first season of Chucky, and coincidentally, this is a review of Chucky season 2. If you guys didn't know, I reviewed every episode of Chucky season 1 as they were coming out. So I did review that. And yes, I'm aware there is a first episode of season 3 has came out, and I do intend on reviewing that as well. Um, but I wanted to do this first because as of recording, I haven't watched the first episode of season 3. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Um First things, do we have a I don't think there's a synopsis for this. So I guess we're gonna skip the synopsis. Um Anyway though, going into season 2, I don't know where I was going because I enjoyed season 1 quite a bit. I thought season 1 was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I wish I would have been reviewing it out like I did for season 2. But hey, what are you gonna do? With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about uh see first episode. I feel like it starts off pretty good, but I do think this season does fall into the camp of being too jokey. Very much falls into that Seed of Chucky vibes, where the first season was very much like Child's Play 2. Um, this was very much felt like very Seed of Chucky with some stuff was actually funny. Some stuff I really enjoyed. Like some stuff like I thought Buff Chucky and Nice Chucky were really cool additions. I thought that was cool. Seeing these characters where they are now after dealing with the first time and the new struggles they're dealing with uh was interesting. Some of the storylines they introduced with some of the characters, like the storyline they give Lexi, uh I get people go through that, but I don't know, I wasn't really compelled with that story going through. I don't really I understand, I guess I can understand how it happened and everything, but I just really wasn't feeling the storyline. Um the setting was okay. I was still definitely more, and I wanted to. I was more. I preferred the town setting in the first season. Um, Also, I would have loved more Andy. We did get a little more Kyle though. We did get some more Kyle, which I did like. But I would have liked more Andy. We didn't get a lot of him until maybe the last 2 episodes, I think it was. Or no, not the last two. I don't remember. But but the way the last episode of the season also felt kind of like a definitely setting up for the next season is what it felt like it was doing. It was fully setting up the next season, which, like I said, I think I said it in my review of that episode. I really did not want another season of the show. I wanted another movie, but hey, that's what we are. I feel like picking up with a movie would have been a lot better. Um, uh, the kills in this season though were really good. So the new characters you had, what was it? But Devin, Devin, Devin Sawa, I think that's how you say his name. He was definitely really well casted. His playing another character this season. He played a character in season 1, and he played a character in season 2, and now he's gonna play one in season 3, which is really interesting to see this guy take on these very different characters that they played. And obviously Jake and what was his name? I forget his Uh, Jake and Devin. Jake and Devin are done pretty darn well in this season. I think they focus a lot more on Jake, which maybe they'll change in the next season. I'm not sure. Um, Jennifer Tilly obviously brings her A game. Um, they do really, and we also get to see the return of Tiffany, like the doll, like the doll. It's actually Jennifer Tilly, but in the Tiffany doll body. Whole complicated thing. But it was really interesting to see that come back into play. That was interesting, I thought. Even though they don't really do much with it, so that's like a lot of stuff is played for laughs, and there's some stuff that does not feel extremely well executed. That was my issue. Like it did not feel like it was executed fairly. I feel like the some stuff was like there was stuff that was built up and then like we kind of just throw it out the window. Um, Ika also her dealing with the going back and forth between Chucky, fighting with Chucky and everything. Interesting. But let's talk about one of the big elephants in the Glenn and Glenda. Now Glenn and Glenda I knew from the start they were coming in the season and I don't hate these characters. But a lot of people were concerned with hearing these characters are coming back. Oh, we're gonna get a Seed of Chucky vibe and everything. Yeah, I don't know if they're the reason really. But I really feel like um, I really feel like I don't know. I feel like kind of fan service a bit, but also like um uh Glenda has more I guess to do than Glenn does. Um then like by the end we see them come back together into the doll body and and they're one person again. I guess that's how I don't know. Uh their storyline they do is really interesting though. Like about like because they are like one soul like split into two bodies, kind of like how Chucky is with dolls and everything, which is extremely interesting. And but I'm very curious to see where the show is gonna take. Are we gonna see uh as they call the character now Gigi? Are we gonna see Gigi again? I don't think so. But I think season overall is just it's not bad, but it's just overall a weaker season compared to the first. Like don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the season. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the season. And there were some good characters. What was the name? What was her name? I forgot her name. Uh, I forgot her name, but the new character that they make friends with at school. Forgot her name, but I really liked her. Um, Seeing her, what happens to her, really, I was like, no. Like I remember watching it, and I was like, straight up, like, no. But overall, the season was just okay. It was weaker in comparison, and which is saying a lot coming from the first season and the last two movies, which they kind of parallel each other in that way. I thought Curse was really good. Cult is a little weaker, uh, but like I'm not really comparing Colt to season two of Chucky because they are definitely very different in tone. Um, and there's the one episode where it's like this whole murder mystery thing. I could have done without that episode completely. I think it is the worst episode of the series. by far. Maybe even one of the worst things of the franchise, that entire episode, because it just felt like filler. Like, and it just wasn't funny. It was like this whole murder mystery thing, and I don't know. It felt really out of place to me. Personally, what do I give the season? I want to just go straight down the middle with it because I don't hate the season. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I want to give it any higher because there is high points of the season, but there's more low parts than there are. I'd probably just give it a 2.5. That's right down the middle. I'm pretty neutral on this. So I don't want to I'm in the middle on it. So that's where I'm giving it 2.5. I know 2.5 sounds bad, but out of a 5 rating, that's right down the middle. That's really all I have to say though for this review. I don't really have anything else to say regarding this this season because that's all I have to say about it. There's not much else to say about this season. What do you guys think of Chucky season 2? And yes, I will be reviewing the episodes as they come out for season 4. So most likely probably get the second the episode for the first episode tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.